Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently biting off a little bit more than perhaps we should, or more specifically, we're losing arms. But we don't have anything in those arms, so that's okay for now. Now, I do want to take our Centurion out over here and eliminate this Komodo, if at all we can. It would be amazing if we were able to. Let's see what we can do here. Fingers crossed on that Ultra AC5. That was a lot of damage into there. Unfortunately, it's not a destruction. The Whitworth moves up, fires on the missile artillery tank. Okay, that's actually a decent chunk of damage there. We'll allow that. As far as the stealth goes, we can't actually get around behind this guy and melee. I think we'll just move to here to save our instability. We'll expose our right-hand side to these guys and protect our left.
Affirmative.
And I would Vigilance here, but unfortunately that's not currently an option. Let's just fire Rear Arc on this Centurion, even though our hitouts aren't the absolute best.
Commencing Alpha Strike.
Sadly, we missed with everything important. Not the greatest of rolls that we're getting here for sure. Okay, that Mongoose is actually holding surprisingly firm right now. So the Mongoose is going to move up over here, I think. And I would like to actually melee from the rear arc again, but I guess we can't do that. We're just going to position here with 2 evasive pips, and we're going to light into this guy's rear arc as best we can. Some rear arc internal damage there. I'm hoping that one of our allies manages to take out that Komodo, but it looks like that's not currently a thing. When does that Komodo move? Phase 11. We actually move first with our Centurion. That's good. That's just an LRM-5 from the propagandist. I'm not too worried about that. I am, however, worried that I'm seeing some frame drops here, so I'm going to investigate that as soon as we are done with this round, I think. Let's position right around here.
Moving to position.
And I'm not going to fire on the Komodo here, but I am going to fire on this Centurion. Our hitouts are still bad. Are we getting bad sensor rolls? No. It's just the target movement. Okay.
Firing everything I've got.
Well, even so, that's some decent damage there.
Critical hit, Commander.
So let's go ahead and let our allies move here. Fantastic. And let's go ahead and move in our Javelin. I would prefer not to put the Javelin here, but I kind of feel like I have to. We have to be rolling hits into the rear arc of this Centurion. It has to happen. Man, we're just not doing much to this Centurion right now.
That's a hit.
Phase 15, our ally moves. That's the Swordsman. I keep hoping that they're going to go for the Komodo, but they're not. They are just not going for that Komodo. The Centurion moves now. That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Yikes! That hit hard.
No, it didn't. You're okay, buddy. You're okay. Now, I'm expecting that there are still mines here, but our Centurion is fresh, and so we're going to go in here and see if we can get the kill on this Komodo. If not, what cleared these mines? So, I mean, that's a dead Komodo. But,
Tango down.
Okay, there were landmines. Good. I was gonna say. So the missile artillery tank is still being attacked very heavily by our allies. That's going to move now, and it's going to fire on our stealth, I guarantee you. Oh, the Javelin, actually? That's slightly better for us.
Light damage, Commander.
Fascinating. Not what I would have done under any circumstances. The Mongoose is now going to move into the rear arc of this Centurion and go for a melee attack.
On my way.
Yeah, the Mongoose isn't going to melee very hard, but that gets him unsteady. We finally hit a melee attack. And that did a lot, now that we actually hit the melee. He actually ejected the Centurion. That's great. The Locust moves up, fires on that missile artillery tank. Does actually 8 damage in there. The Javelin, I mean, this Jenner is way up there. We're going to position here.
On my way. Double time.
And yeah, that is exposing weak side, but it's an LRM-5. I'm doing a calculated risk there.
Copy that.
Wow, 24 damage and a pilot ejection. I didn't expect any of those to hit. The Jenner moves up, goes for the Javelin. We're not expecting any damage there. Fantastic. The Swordsman moves up. The Valkyrie moves up.
Good to go.
The Stealth is going to make its way on up.
Moving fast.
We're just trying to close in on that Jenner at this point.
Yep.
Now, it's pretty unlikely that the Centurion is going to get in range this round, but maybe next round with that UAC-5.
For orders.
The Mongoose is going to kind of take point here,
Receiving you.
and the Javelin is going to immediately pass it, but we're going to hop out of LOS.
Shooting, just running.
Wonderful. Okay, enemy moves. He's just chilling on that ridge. Goes for the Mongoose, does 5 damage, we don't care.
Waiting for
Fantastic. The Stealth is going to finally get into LOS here. It's not going to be a particularly great shot.
orders. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't expect that would hit. The Swordsman closes on in. The Centurion can actually get into LOS as well. Is this obstructed? This is unobstructed LOS. We're going to start firing the Ultra AC-5.
Acknowledged.
Okay, no hits, but that's not shocking at this range.
Negative damage.
The Whitworth moves up. Does a whole lot of nothing. We'll see what the enemy does here. We're now starting to get in range, and it knows it.
Aye, aye.
So our Mongoose is going to close in as we can,
Going full.
which is actually pretty in, but we don't have any LOS.
Waiting for orders.
The Javelin is also going to close pretty in, but be out of LOS.
Double time. Let's go. Good to go.
The Stealth, on the other hand, is going to close in up here and be in LOS. We're going to potshot this. We're not expecting much for hits.
All weapons are go.
We did get 7 damage onto the primary target there.
Target damage, Commander.
Our allies are continuing to move forward. That's nice.
Yeah?
We are now going to move up with our Centurion here, right? Yeah, we're going to position here and
Understood.
continue rolling these Ultra AC-5s.
Take this.
2 more misses. That's not shocking.
Damn it, I missed.
Okay. Locust moves up. Ah, now he's in LRM range. Perfect. It's not going to do much, to be clear.
Commander.
That's okay. Our Javelin is going to position up over here. I would like to protect the right side. So we'll do that.
Full speed.
And we'll fire on this guy with our SRMs.
Aye, aye.
Not bad, 36 damage. Swordsman moves up.
Yes, Commander.
The Mongoose is going to position ideally somewhere where it has unobstructed LOS. This is pretty long range unobstructed LOS, but we'll take it. We'll position here and light him up.
Target confirmed.
That's a structure exposure, but no internal damage. Okay. We'll see where he decides to move here. Backs off. Fires indirect on the Javelin. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Commander.
Our Stealth is going to make its way up onto the ridge here
Sprinting.
and light this guy up.
Commencing alpha strike.
It wasn't as much damage as I'd hoped, but it'll do.
Critical hit, Commander.
What do you need?
Our Centurion is unlikely to be able to get into LOS with it
Let's
backed
move.
off this far off the ridge. So that's fine. The Valkyrie moves up, as does the Whitworth. The Whitworth fires. It doesn't get any hits.
Our target is making a break for it.
Okay, where's its retreat point? Okay, that's hilarious. It's not going to get there. There's no way that it gets there. We're going to move up here with our Mongoose. And we're going to light this guy up.
Affirmative.
Okay, that's an arm destruction.
Reporting critical hit.
The Jitter moves in phase 17. Locust moves up, fires on that Jenner. Gets a little bit more damage in. The Jenner will move now, and it's going to try to sprint away. And fire on our allied Locust. Okay. I mean, it has to go through everybody to escape. There's no way. There is simply no way. So we're going to move up and try to kick the Jenner.
Right, Commander.
And we succeeded. That's a dead Jenner. That's a leg destruction, and there we go.
That's a kill.
So we lost a couple of arms, but there was nothing in those arms. It'll take some time to put them back on, but overall, I don't think that's too bad. That is something that we will definitely accept. And I'm hoping that we can get our hands on a Gauss rifle at least here. Maybe a couple of Hollander parts. Yeah, we lost a stealth arm, we lost a javelin arm. Otherwise, it was pretty much just armor. No big deal there. Ah, the 55-ton variant of the Centurion. An Arrow 4. A Gauss rifle. An LBX AC-10 would be nice, but I'm not sure that I'm going to priority salvage that. Maybe we take Arrow 4 guided ammo. It requires an Artemis 4 TTS. That's okay. We'll take that. And then maybe just take the heaviest part that's here. Just a Centurion part. Like that. And let's see what we get from the roulette. We got 2 of the Centurion parts. We did get a Hollander part. A Komodo part. Sure. We got a medium laser. We'll keep that around. Generic armor will not keep that around. Endosteel structure. We can keep it. Artemis 3. Okay. That's not super helpful. I'm going to actually get rid of that. If it was Artemis 4, then yeah. Small jump jets, standard sensors, no big deal. Sensors LRM. Interesting. You know, I think I'm not going to keep those around. Half ton of MG ammo and SRM ammo. Sure, we'll keep those. Overall, I think that was reasonably profitable. Let's see how much this is going to cost us to repair, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's just strapping on a couple of extra arms, and that's literally it. There was nothing in either arm that we lost. So that should be absolutely fine. Maybe like 100,000 C-bills tops, but there were lights. One of those arms was light, and one was medium. I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to cost, but I don't expect it to be much. 134k. That is a little more than I expected, but overall, it's only going to be 2 days until we're done with that. So let's go ahead and tick forward here. There's a distress call, huh? We'll mount an immediate rescue expedition. Fantastic. Morale increased by 5, 1 reputation with the Federated Suns. We were successful. So our repairs are kind of done. I want to check to see what's available for additional travel contracts up in this direction towards the New Delphi Compact. If we were to just travel up here, how long would it take? 65 days. Okay, and you can ignore the challenge up here. We're on company difficulty, so that's fine. Yeah, it would take a total of 64 days to get up here. We probably want to wait until there's a travel contract somewhere out in this direction. That said, it's all abandoned out here. I'm not sure how many more there actually will be out this direction. But we may want to hold here and make some money for a little bit. We definitely are going to need to take this financial report, which does hurt a little bit.
Got a new financial report.
Because we only had 1 mission that month, but that's mostly because we were traveling, and that's fine. So we're going to continue to tick forward and get our mechs back here. Another 5 days to get our stealth back. Okay, there's our structural reinforcement done as well. Let's go ahead and immediately grab Mech Bay 3. Yes, that's expensive. Yes, it's worth it.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay. We may want to set a rule here where we don't actually we don't actually leave here unless we're over, like, say, 3.5 million sea bills, just to make sure we've got enough for that very long journey. Might be for the best. In the meantime, let's hop into the mech bay and see if there's anything that we need to do to the stealth and the javelin, and indeed there are. We can repair the SRM-6 and put that back in. 1 day, 1,200 sea bills. Excellent. Now, the javelin. You can stop spinning, thank you very much. 1,200 sea bills, and 1 day. Do it. So we'll tick forward 1 day here. Actually, 2 days.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Oh, you know why it's 2 days? It's because we don't yet have automation. That's why. I kind of rushed the 3rd mech bay instead of getting automation and improved automation. Those are both pretty cheap, though, so we can grab those shortly, after we get the mech bay 3 upgrade done. Let's go ahead and hop into our barracks and do a little bit of training here.
Training complete.
We'll get some sweet, sweet piloting points to help out with those melee rolls that we're really struggling on. Savarok, you can grab a piloting point, and there we go. All is good. Let's go ahead and deploy again here, but I'd like something fairly quick and easy, since this is kind of late in the day. Ooh. It's a defend base, but this is a lot of salvage. We could even run it like this. We have need of a lot of salvage. Let's go ahead and deploy this as quick as we can. This is a defend base in Tundra. We should be able to... Well, a defend base probably means that there's going to be multiple lances, but it may not. We've seen it recently where there was no Vanguard lance. There was just the lance that dropped in afterwards. And with this only being a half skull and 300,000 pay, I'm not expecting much in terms of resistance. A lot of what we get from salvage will likely end up being sold, because we're against pirates, but we'll see. So we need to defend a Davian maintenance base. We operate a repair and maintenance facility on Conroe. This base is critical to our operations in the system, and we suspect that pirate forces are going to assault the facility. We'd like you to garrison the base, and if an attack comes, hold off the assault until our forces can arrive and relieve you. You don't hire mercenaries on a whim. They know there's an attack coming, and we're going to absorb it. Thankfully, all we need to do is hold out. Indeed, and that's exactly what we plan to do. Tracking multiple incoming hostiles. They're over here, I guess. Point defenses, yep. So if they're over here, I would like to deploy somewhere over here. Okay.
Time to get dirty.
So where's this pirate vanguard? Up here. Sure. We're seeing not too much over here. This is a Hornet. This is a Stinger, I think, and a Crosscut. That's not very frightening. Oh. Right, I should have switched out Coldfire. He's injured. Whoops. Oh well. We're going to reserve and allow them to move first. Ah, Locust. Also not in the very frightening category. How many evasive pips did it get? 3. Okay, that's not the best, but not the worst either. I'm going to reserve again, and we'll see if we get a better target. APC moves up. That's not shocking. That is exactly what we anticipate. It's just trying to come up here to get our turrets online. Streak SRMs, I guess. We're going to continue to reserve. Phase 14. Whole lot of nothing. We're going to continue to reserve. Tracked APC moves up. Okay. And at this point, that is all of their units moved.
Yep.
In we go.
Roger.
So, who do we have best hit odds on? 25% on that Mongoose, 28 on the Crosscut. Crosscut it is. This is still phase 1, so we don't have sensors. But we still got 20 damage. Excellent. Our stealth is going to move up. And we're going to see what our best hit odds are. And to no one's surprise, it's the crosscut. That was actually 60 damage to that crosscut.
What do you need?
Our mongoose is also going to move in. And we'll fire on the crosscut.
Let's see how you like this.
We'll miss everything. Okay. And our javelin is going to move up to here, and most likely going to be the crosscut again. Yeah, we're pretty much just going to focus that crosscut. I don't want it to get in close and melee anyway.
Aye, aye.
And we miss everything. Okay.
Damn it.
That'll be different next round, of course. Phase 19, that is their Locust going to move first. We move pretty much all Phase 11, Phase 12. We do move before the crosscut. So that's great. Okay, we don't care about that. What else are they going to move? The Hornet? Yep, that's fine. That is completely okay. And finally, they're going to move the Mongoose. And they're firing on that tracked APC. That's okay, it'll get there next round. There we go. Turrets are online. We're going to move in with our Javelin. And our goal, of course, is to continue to hit this crosscut. I'd love to take out that leg and get it knocked down here. That would be the dream. But the dream is not the reality. Okay, the tracked APC moves out, fires on the crosscut, misses. It's got that sweet, sweet SRM2.
Yes, Commander.
The Mongoose is going to move in here and probably melee the crosscut. Right? 13 melee. Do it. Not from there. From there. Are we on kick? Yes. Get in there.
Position confirmed.
We have good odds. Fantastic odds, in fact. And that's actually a vehicle flamer ammo explosion and a dead crosscut. Very nice. We're going to close in on this Locust next, I think, with our Centurion. Now our melee hit odds are low here. We'll give it a go. If we happen to hit, it'll do a lot. And if we don't hit, it's not a big deal. Yeah. We're not going to have our evasive pips, but we don't care. We actually hit with both of those autocannons, which I was thinking about not firing because the hit odds were too low, but that was worth it.
What can I do for
I think our stealth is going to come in here and also go for that Locust. Front arc is completely fine here. Do it.
This is gonna be good.
We missed? Wow, okay. We had like a 77% hit chance there. I'll be honest, I was hoping for more there. That was good hits on that Hornet. And that was really good on that Mongoose. They have a thumper artillery. And that Locust. The turret's doing work there. We need to keep in mind that artillery, though. Okay, phase 16. Who do they move? They move their Hornet and their Mongoose. The Mongoose is going to come in melee, looks like. On the tracked APC. That's okay. We don't care about that. Does it hit? It does hit. Pilot is bleeding out on that. That's fine. We don't mind.
Commander.
We're going to move in here and go for the Mongoose rear arc. I think. Actually, I've changed my mind. We are going to go for the Locust here. Get in there. Reason I changed my mind was because I looked at the phase that the Locust versus the Centurion activates. Okay, so there's a leg destruction and a pilot ejection. Fantastic. Okay, so the Hornet moves up, goes for the Javelin. That's fine. Oh, LRM-5 misfire there. We're going to move up and take out this Hornet if we can with a rear arc attack. We have great hit odds on that.
Targeting for a physical attack.
Fantastic. And that's a dead Hornet.
That one's gone.
Perfect. The tracked APC moves up, doesn't really do anything. We're going to move in with our Centurion now and go for the rear arc attack on the Mongoose. Our hit odds aren't great, but we'll give it a go. We did hit the melee, and that's huge. Okay. Sounds good. The Javelin is going to come in over here and hit this guy for whatever we can in his side arc. Sadly, this is his strong side, but that's okay. Thumper, please don't hit the Mongoose. I'll be very sad if you fire at the Mongoose. Hopefully, he just dies before the Thumper activates. Tracked APC moves back. Yeah, that's missiles. Yes, he died. Okay, the Thumper did not activate and fire on us here. That's really, really good.
Got eyes on hostile reinforcements.
Yep, we did expect this,
Let's get fired up.
and that's fine. So we're going to close in with this Mongoose.
Affirmative. Yes.
And this Javelin. Oh, hello. That's at least 2.5, or at least a lance and a half. Copperhead, Commando, Fire Bee, Oscout. I didn't realize that there were 2 lances. Okay.
Affirmative.
We're going to move up here with our Javi, and we're just going to pot shot at this Commando, most likely.
Got it.
Yeah, we don't get any hits there, but that's fine.
Missed.
We'll see what our turrets do. They have good long-range weapons. I think we're going to want to swing up and deal with the North Lance first. Okay. Not too bad there. Tracked APC is moving out. Oscout moves up.
What do you need?
We're going to move our Centurion up this direction and just see what we can fire at. Hit odds are... Well, our AC5 is actually jammed right now, which is unfortunate. But hit odds are best on that Commando. We'll give it a go, but we should definitely fire that tag first. Okay. Not too bad. Fire Bee moves up, fires on that tracked APC with a thermobaric explosion.
What can I do for you?
Okay, that's fine. The stealth is going to move up to here. This is geothermal, unfortunately. So we're instead going to move here. And I think we need to fire on the Commando. Hit odds aren't great, but we'll let it go. Did we get a bad sensor roll here? No, it's just that everybody's moving. We did get a structure exposure on that Commando, and this is a great place for the Thumper to fire, actually. Okay. Let's see what the tracked APC does here. Fires on the Copperhead, and completely fails. Sounds good. The Hunter moves up, goes for the tracked APC. That's completely fine. We don't mind that in the slightest. And what was that? Did I see a Hunchback over there? I may have seen a Hunchback over there. Ooh, that's good damage to that Fire Bee. That's a Hunter. What's this guy? Okay, that's that Centurion that we knew about. Well, at any rate, this is clear that this mission is going to take a while, so I'm going to have to put a cut in here. It's already well over where I would normally do that, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here, and next episode, we'll finish this one off. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.